Yeah. So like I was saying, effectively, it is a um, PPC management tool. Um, and we just pull the data from Amazon, and we just display it in a way that's, a lot simpler for users to understand.
Okay.
So this is a example of one of our dashboard, and I'm only looking at, I think, for like a 7-day period, ending yesterday. And so you can see at a high level, we like to give like lots of account level views. So you can see like all the different products that are in the account, campaigns, how many ad groups, how many keywords are even in the account. So some bar graphs. This account only has 2 products, so that's why there's not really a lot to see here. But we kind of just give high level information. We want to highlight the highest ACOS campaigns, maybe some of the highest spend keywords, and just give the user a good general overview of what's happening in their account. If I were to change the date at the top, I could see current period versus, the previous period for both spend and sales. I can choose different metrics that I want to look at here. So it really depends on the KPIs that you're driving towards. You can change these, and you can see the data in a different way. So this is unique because Amazon doesn't have this, right? It just has the one campaign manager view. And the other unique thing to us is that we have our total sales and our total ACOS metrics here. So PPC spend, PPC sales, and ACOS is what you can get in Amazon, right? But if you connect your MWS token, which this account does, that's why I switched over to this account to show you, is that you can also see in this week period, not only can I see the PPC sales, but I can also see the PPC sales plus the organic sales. So in that week, they only did 93,000 in PPC sales, but in total, so PPC plus organic, they did 128, which lowers the total ACOS down, from 11%, which is still good, to 8%. So we like to talk about the total ACOS metric a lot because it's kind of unique to our platform. The only other place that you can find that is in our analytics section. This section is also unique to our tool. It's a high level overview of the entire account. So only because we were just talking about it, at the product level is the only other place where we can see data on total sales and total ACOS. This confuses people sometimes because you can only look at total sales at a product level, right? Because the product organic sales aren't associated with a campaign. So we can only really show this data when you're just looking at the product, right? You can't really show it if you're looking at a campaign because organic sales aren't tied to a PPC campaign. So this is a great way to kind of just monitor how overall your organic sales are helping your total sales over time, right? So we can look at last month if we wanted to, and you could basically build up enough data to show, hey, the PPC campaigns are helping our organic sales, and here's the numbers to show that. So like I said, this analytics level is kind of unique to us. If you do have campaigns that are in portfolios, you can look at that information there as well, and at that level.
Wow. And also
Yeah.
by product per portfolio?
Yeah, you can also look at you can also look at the data by portfolio. So if you have had them in the campaigns, you can do that. And of course, you have the campaign level if you want to just look at the entire account by campaign. This is similar to the campaign manager in Seller Central. Ad group level, keyword level, search term level, product level is the one I was just on. So again, these are just all high level overviews. So basically for the entire month of September, I'm looking at all the search terms right now, right? So
Okay.
instead of having to go into Amazon and download the search term report and isolate that into an Excel sheet or a Google sheet or whatever, and then look for it by spend, it's automatically sorted by spend. So I can see the top spenders right here. But if I want to see the search terms that are maybe performing bad, like what's the high ACOS ones, right? I can see knee rover. Last month, knee rover had a 67%, and this is a search term.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm looking at the actual terms that the people are typing in, to make a purchase. So that might be something that in the analytics section, it might be something that I want to take action on. So that's what we have this column here. And if I click on the negative, I can basically see that this knee rover hasn't done well in a video campaign. And it has a couple of clicks in this campaign here, but in this one, it just hasn't done well for the video. So I can make it a negative right now. Search term knee rover in this video campaign. I should be able to apply it. Hopefully that goes through in case there's any.
Wow. We need it basically. We need this too.
Yeah. So basically you can do things really, really, I didn't fail to create due to external error. Okay. So I thought that might happen for this one because I'm pretty sure it's already negative.
I suppose it's exactly.
Yeah. So it's already, that one's probably already a negative in here. So I just want to take a little screenshot of that.
I suppose this is just a test.
Yeah, it's just a demo
right?
account. Yeah. So the other cool thing too is if you wanted to drill down even further, you could actually click on this search term detail page. And this will give you like, again, I think over the last month, you can really see how this search term knee rover has performed over time, right? So we've got it right now, we've got it based on spend and conversion rate. I can change this to sales if I wanted to. So I can see for the whole month of September how it did, right?
Yeah.
Across the board, similar to the graph in the front, but that was for the entire account. This is for a search term. And on top of that, I can also see the other campaigns where this was found. So this term, knee rover, was linked to that video campaign, which is what we just saw, right? So knee rover is being connected to knee scooter, it's being connected to knee stand, and it's being connected to hands-free knee crutch. So all of these keywords are by Amazon. These are all broad keywords. They're all being linked to knee rover, right? So I can see over time, you know, how something has done and make better optimization decisions on them if I so choose. So this is a new feature that just launched. Actually, we haven't launched it yet. I'm showing you something that's brand new. It's only available to our elite member level, but this is going to be launching next week to everybody, basically.
And it's for all marketplaces, right?
Yeah, for all marketplaces.
Great.
So the other reason I like the search term level is if I wanted to find waste, so you know, not just high ACoS, if I wanted to see any search terms, for example, that have, you know, at least 10 clicks but haven't made any sales, less than one sale, then I can really quickly see last month. So the search term knee spent $84 and didn't make any sales. This ASIN spent $74 and didn't make any sales. So you can really kind of drill down and find the waste. There's 30 search terms that had over 10 clicks and didn't have any sales.
Sorry, I have a question. Why there is this ASIN there? Is also taking, like, if you are targeting products, is also taking.
Yeah. So for auto campaigns, for example, or actually this might be, so if we want to see what campaign that came from, we can click on this little button, campaigns. So this ASIN is actually in a product targeting campaign. Right? That is the search term. And if you're curious what it is, you can also click on it and it goes to Amazon and it shows you what the product is, so you know if it's relevant or not to this particular product. Yeah, so
I want it.
Yeah, it's just a really quicker way of looking at what the performance, like what is actually happening within an account. Let me see if it works for this one. Knee, and let's see, this search term knee, also in the video campaign. So which then this demo account needs to be updated.
It didn't work. I didn't see.
No, it worked. It's just showing different information than what's on the main screen.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just taking some little pictures so we can make sure that it's.
So basically, I can, if I have an account, in my account, I have, I don't know, 5 portfolios. I can get insights for each of them.
Yep.
And also, yes, per campaign, like really
Or you
granular.
can, yeah, or you can look at campaign level. So basically, I'm looking at the campaign level. This is the next one. We were on dashboard. Now, then I showed you analytics. Now I'm showing you just the ad manager. This is the closest thing to like what you see when you're in Amazon. You see the campaign name. You can turn it off. You can pause it. You can archive it. You see the start date. You got your daily budgets, which you can edit. You've got sales figures here. We have little graphs.
Can I also set up like rules? If something happened, I don't know, so change these.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was going to show you. And that's actually where you also do that here. You set up rules here in the ad manager. So there's a couple different rules. We have rules for keyword bidding. So keyword up, bid up, bid down. We have rules then for search terms. Search terms, should we make them negative, right?
Yep.
Or should we make them a keyword, right? Should we pull them out and target them directly instead of just a search term? So all those are really dictated by these 4 columns here in the back. You can see that all of these campaigns here are set to a target ACOS metric. So the goal for the tool is to try to get these campaigns to stay, at below 25% or below 30%. Now, if I wanted to change that target ACOS, I could, right? I can make it a different target ACOS, and then the system will automatically start giving bid suggestions towards the new target. If I wanted to automate, you can see automate is on for all of these. So if I just want the search, the keyword bids to be up and down automatically, I can use this automate button, and that's what that does. And then this rules section is for the search terms. That's for when you make search terms negative or you find them to pull them out. So it'd probably make more sense if I just show you kind of what the suggestions page looks like. So again, we have 3 different types of suggestions. You can do keyword bids, new keywords, negative keywords. This is the search term section here. So depending on the type of product that you have, you just scroll through and I'm just trying to see if it'll show any. It probably doesn't. Because it's set to automate. Okay. Yeah. So this is an example of for sponsored brand campaigns that have keywords as targets. So this is just an example of what, we know the target ACOS is 30%. It's right there. So it's making these 2 suggestions based on reasons, in our algorithm, right?
And how do you apply that if you want to use it?
You can apply them either just one at a time, or you can apply them all, right? Or you can go and turn on that automate button in the campaign manager. And then these automatically get recorded for you, and they get recorded here in the change log. So we have suggestions page, we have a change log page, and the change log page basically tells you that on these dates here, these keywords were changed from this to this, right? If you want to see the automation, like what was changed automatically for me, you can see all these different campaigns have automation. So automatically on the 2nd, all these changes were made. On the 1st, all of these changes were made. On the 30th. So even if you're not doing the changes yourself, you can still keep track of what's happening within the account if you're using automation. And we'll also show keyword change, just if it's been paused or not. Negative keywords, if there's negative keywords that have been added to a particular account, and so on, right? So why is there manual keyword change, negative keyword change? That's also different. Okay. So the other thing that or the other 2 areas, like I was saying, is new keyword suggestions, negative keyword. Oh, okay, there is some. Cool. So when these campaigns were created in our tool, so they already had rules that were built into them, right? So we already have rules that are created when you build a campaign into our tool. What should we make negative? What should we make positive? And so on. So, and that's where these appear. And if you wanted to automate these too, you could, so that they just go into the changelog. But if you wanted to make, let's see, let's give an example of crutch specific store. Okay. So the rules are over here. If there's a number, that means that these are in a rule, right? If there's no number, that means they're not in a rule. But you can really easily create them just by clicking on this little cog, right?
Yeah.
So if I click on the one with the numbers, then it automatically tells me that this particular campaign is in some negative keyword rules. This one, that's just one, probably also a negative keyword. No, probably new keyword rule. Yeah, negative keyword rule. Yeah, so it's really, if I wanted to make this into a, if I wanted to add this to a positive keyword rule, then I would say that I would find a campaign with a positive in it, right? Rules for campaigns. So effectively, this is how you create rules, right? So there's only two types of rules. There's either positive rule, which is finding the converting search terms, or negative rule, which is finding poor performing search terms and ASINs. There's only two things that we care about when looking at the search terms. So for new keywords, if I wanted to, oh, it is right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right one. So if I wanted to make a brand new keyword rule, then pretend this is blank, right? And so I would just click and I'd find the campaign that I want to add, right? And I would click through and I would just add them to this list, right?
Yeah.
And so what we're looking at is the find keywords. Effectively, what our tool does is every single campaign that you see here, it's an auto campaign, a product targeting campaign, an exact match campaign, a broad. So we're going to be looking at the search terms in all of these campaigns. If we find good ones, and we've set some parameters here, if we find a search term that has made at least 2 sales and has a max ACoS of 40%, so under 40%, if there's any search terms that meet these parameters, we're going to suggest them to go to this broad keyword campaign as a broad match. In this video campaign, we're going to suggest it to be phrase, and so on. This is an exact match ad group, so it's going to go in there as an exact. If it's an ASIN, like if it's from the auto campaign, for example, and it's an ASIN, we're going to put it in the sponsored display campaign, which is also ASIN based. Our sponsored display campaigns are product targeting. And then our sponsored products campaign as well, which is also product targeting. So that's what these designate. If we were going to be creating a negative keyword rule, it's the same thing. You just go through, you switch it to find poor performing search terms and ASINs. You give it some thresholds here. This is basically saying if it's got 15 clicks and no sales, make it negative, or if it spent $25 and was no sales, then make that search term negative. So same thing, we are looking at the search terms across all of these campaigns. And if we find any bad search terms, right, that meet either of these criteria, then we're going to make them exact match basically in all the campaigns, unless it's an ASIN based campaign, negative ASIN. And that is what you see, because this is rule set is set this way. That's why you see those suggestions that I just showed you on the suggestions page. The alternative is you just use our builder and you create the campaigns yourself. So if you use our builder, you basically can go through these different steps. We ask the user a bunch of different questions, basically, and we design the rules based on the questions that they answer here. So if they're just launching a campaign, we suggest they use our launch algorithm, right? If they're trying to scale their set of campaigns, focus towards an ACoS target, then we suggest scale. If they want to just get rid of their product because it's not doing well and they just need to sell, then you choose that one, right? So it's pretty cool. It's pretty intuitive. I won't go through all the steps of the campaign builder. For you, probably as a user, you're probably going to be working with sellers that already have campaigns, right? So really being able to look at their data here or in the ad manager, maybe in analytics, being able to do some changes and adjustments on a high level, like, by looking at their keywords or by looking at their search terms. That's probably the most important thing I would say for you to be able to do, is really kind of drill down to this data really quickly, and make some decisions, and then know how to create some rules so that you don't have to do this manually anymore, right?
Yeah, Vincent, can I see please the portfolio level view?
Yeah.
Just quickly. Okay.
Yeah. So this is, again, since this is a demo one. So if you had a bunch of portfolios here, they'd be listed here. Yeah. And then you'd be able to see the performance of the campaigns in those particular portfolios. And then if you wanted to, you can click on that and it'll expand out the different portfolios.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So you say you are launching this tool around next week, right?
We're launching this feature here, which is the search term detail page here.
Yeah.
That's what we're launching. Everything else is active. But and again, that feature is available not just on the search terms, but it's also available on the keyword level. At basically everywhere that you see a search term or a keyword, we're gonna attach that data. We're gonna attach that chart. So even on the suggestions page, see the little chart here? It's new. So we're basically able to, anywhere that we're showing a keyword or a search term in the tool, we're going to have this little graph so that wherever you're optimizing, like this is saying, hey, make this less 30 cents less. If you wanted to drill down a little bit deeper to actually get, some additional details, you can see here that this keyword has had since July 29th, it was this is how many times the bids was changed. It was 307 on October 14th. It was 308, 29, 318. So you can really kind of see exactly how the keyword performed based on what bid it was, right? Yeah. So in this case, we can see that the reason why the tool is saying reduce the bid is because it's still not making any sales. Hasn't made any sales since July, well, in between this window, July 29th and August 14th, and it only made one sale. So that's why the tool is telling you, the user, hey, reduce this bid again because it's just wasting money. But that's the kind of level of detail that you get by using a tool like this. Really get to drill down into what it actually did over this time. Because again, I'm looking at a month's data, so I can see exactly how it performed. I can see when the bids were changed, how that affected the performance. If I wanted to see, again, since this is just a keyword, if I wanted to see the search terms associated with that keyword, then I can click on that button here, and I can see that this crutches for walking is associated with all these different search terms. Muletas manos libres. What does that mean?
Muletas manos libres is like this kind of accessory. I don't know how they call it in English. The one that you use to help yourself to walk, but you don't use your hands. Your hands are free.
Got it. Okay.
I thought you speak Spanish.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I wish. I should, but I don't. So yeah, what I'm showing here, that's what's launching next week.
Okay.
But everything else you still get access to, right?
I have a question. There is like a free demo to use this tool at Adtomic, because I think we haven't. I mean, I'm just checking right now.
Yeah, if you want to, again, you need to get access to a Diamond account. Once you have access to a Diamond account, then you'll see a Adtomic here, right at the top.
Actually, I see it. I'm just looking at it. I'm seeing it there.
Okay, perfect. So then what you'd want to do then is just click on this learn button right here.
But I have to connect for sure an account first. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
you
to
would need
connect
an
first.
account. You would need an account that has data,
Yeah.
Seller Central data. Yeah, and then just click on this learn button,
Okay.
and then you have
Yeah, I love your videos. They're super like
yeah. So you
well.
have all these videos here. Overview is kind of what I just went and did with you, right?
Mhm.
And then you've got the campaign builder. So if you want to really see more
The
detail on
specific.
that
Um.
section, so everything's here. The only thing that is not here still, still need to film the one for the suggestions page. So that anything that says Adtomic is updated, but anything that says ads
Okay.
is not
Okay.
updated yet. So, but
Oh,
yeah,
great. So
lots of
I just
information
connect
there.
one account and I start checking the tool itself.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
can, when as soon as you connect an account, um, it will pull in all the data within like 24 to 48 hours.
I have a question. It's telling me connect your seller account, connect your PPC account. It's either
Yeah, so you would need to have access to an account already that has Seller Central data in order to use the tool. The other thing to be wary of, though, is that so the tool is included with the cost of Diamond, but as soon as you spend over 20,000 a month, then that's when there's a fee that kicks in for the account. So, last month this account spent 43,000. So effectively anything over $23,000 in spend is
mm-hmm.
what would get there's a 2% commission fee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
Got it.
whatever account you choose, if it's something that you just want to do tests on, like just to learn the tool, make sure that that account is spending less than 20K, and then you won't have any additional fees.
Okay. And
Make sense?
yeah, makes sense. Where I can find this like limit, or is just I mean because I have
It's
to show this to myself and Chris.
yeah. It it should be on the pricing page for Adtomic.
Okay.
Yeah. Or not pricing page for Atomic. It's on the pricing page for Helium 10.
Okay.
So
Ah, okay.
yeah,
So they might be aware.
on the main website.
Right. Okay. I think I mean, it's actually we were looking for a tool that was able to like give us information per portfolio within one account because we have different ones. There was no tool that was able to do that. But I
I
would
see.
like maybe to test this one. Because as I said, this is kind of our main
Yeah,
tools, and it's also one that we actually push our clients to get in case they don't want to continue with our service, but it's a tool that is really helpful for them to deal with the account.
exactly.
So
Cool.
I think I will talk with my team, so we will need to connect
Awesome.
our account there.
Yeah. I have to run. I'm late for my next call, but it was good chatting with you. And yeah, watch these videos.